Peace, everybody. What's up? It is the end of my day at school. I'm in my office, about ready to go home. It's 5:20. I've got the sumo on my DVR, so I'm not rushing home to watch sumo, although I am anxious to see what happens today. Thanks for watching another daily vlog. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback, so I appreciate that. I said I'd do it for the 2 weeks that sumo is happening, and to be honest, after that I'm going to get really busy at work. But I might try to keep doing it, at least maybe until August 1st. And then, of course, I'm going home in the summer, etc., and we'll see how things change. But it's great that you guys are liking a daily dose of Jason. And I haven't run out of things to talk about yet. So, today I wanted to talk a little bit about the student-teacher relationship. Of course, as a teacher, you can assign as much homework as you feel necessary. Try not to be draconian about it or, abuse it in some way. Because I had to go home in June, a lot of my, sort of plans and my structure of my semester got, thrown up in the air a little bit. And now I'm having to assign a bunch of stuff all right at the end of the semester to try to get it all in, to fill my plan of what their grades are going to be worth. What this section is going to be worth this many points, and it's going to include these activities. And I feel bad because I'm kind of laying it on here in the last 2 weeks. Final exams start on the 25th, and today is the, 18th. So I've even got makeup days, for days that I missed. This Sunday, I have to come to school on Sunday and hang out with my students for 2 periods in the morning. But one thing, that I thought was a great idea at the beginning of the semester is newspaper journals. So we get an English language newspaper here at the university, have the students cut out, underline words they don't know, look them up in their dictionary, understand what they mean in Japanese, summarize the article as best they can in Nihongo, to kind of, make sure that they're understanding what they're reading, and then make some comments about the article in English. Some weeks we would talk about news in domestic, we would talk about news international, sometimes we do sports. And so they ended up, and this is one girl's, I'll cover up kind of like her name and stuff, a very colorful Hello Kitty journal. But you look inside, and it's just amazing like how nice and neat and organized her writing is and everything. And so sometimes I had their friends, give them points based on this rubric. They could download stuff off the internet if they couldn't get a paper that day or they were absent. Sometimes I had their friends write things like "read by Natsuki" or something. This girl was definitely into different colored pens, etc. So there's all her words that she defined for herself. And she underlined them in the article and everything. She's going to get a good grade, this girl. When I read this article, I agree with this expert panel because Japanese students need to level up their academic ability, I think. At this moment in time, Japanese students' academic ability is dropping. And she wrote that in English. And so these are my pretty bright kids. They fold in the articles. So they've done a really good job, and I've been really impressed. But the whole point is that, as much as I want to read everything everybody wrote and all their English comments, etc., this one takes up a whole page of English comments. I've got 50 of these to go through. So I've given myself homework, right? If you assign it, at some point you have to mark it and grade it and give it points and, so it's like, damn, I just collected them all in 2 big bags coming back from my class, 25 in one class, 25 in another. So now I got to go through here and, figure out, okay, well, how many points is everything worth? How much is the overall activity? They ended up doing 9 of them in 15 weeks. Some of that's because I was gone a couple weeks and we didn't start right away. But, yeah, so now it's like I've got homework. Being a teacher, man, sometimes it's tough. So, yeah, anyway. But I didn't do it in my Ninensei, my second-year sophomore classes. So, because this is the first time I'd ever done this type of activity. And I think it worked out pretty well. I think my freshmen really enjoyed it. So I'll probably use it again, but let me see how long it takes me to grade them all. The other thing is I was carrying around my coin purse today, and yes, I do have a little coin purse. A student bought it for me, actually. I'd never seen these before, and can you see in there without them all spilling onto my computer keyboard? Oh, there it goes. So yeah, I keep my coins in here, and this goes in my pocket, and it's just much easier to carry around. I thought I'd show you Japanese coins. I'm sure if you've ever been to Japan, you've seen them, but they're a little bit different, and you know, just in case you ever come, you know what you're doing. So the 1 yen has a big 1 on it. So that's not too hard. It's also made of like aluminum or something. You could bend it pretty easily if you just like, you know, it's really, really light. I mean, just super duper light, and it's not good for anything. And that's pretty much goes for the 5 yen coin too. Now the 5 yen coin has a hole in the middle because that's considered good luck. And so this coin and the 50 yen coin are the 2 coins you will see at shrines most often thrown into the offering box, or like in, you know, Make-A-Wish ponds, things like that, because that hole in the middle is supposed to be good luck. But the 5 yen is actually bigger than the 50 yen by a little bit, and it's of course this kind of copper color. 50 yen is silver, and it has these ridges on the side. I know you're not going to be able to see that on there, but this is smooth on the side. The reason I say that these are worthless is because a huge thing in Japan is Jido Hanbaiki, which is vending machines. And you'd be amazed how much you'll use one, way more than you would probably ever in America. You'll stop in your car somewhere along the way and get something out of a vending machine at the station. Here at school, they're all over the place. I buy stuff from them if I like forget to bring water that day, a water bottle. And so all the Jido Hanbaiki, of course, take coins. Most of them will take paper bills. Some of the more fancy ones, like in Tokyo, you can even like, you know, put your cell phone right onto it, and it'll take the money off your cell phone. But they all go down, and 10 yen, this big coin here, that's about the size of an American quarter, does have the number 10 on it, is the lowest they take. They don't take 5s. If something's 120 yen, you cannot put in 4 of these to make the 20 yen. So they're worthless. And the other reason they're worthless is because at shops and stuff, well, the grocery store is the one exception, but at you know, any like McDonald's, Konbini, these types of places, everything is rounded. Nothing is, you know, 89 cents. Nothing, you know, if you go and there's, well, I guess the thing is everything is the same way in America. Say if you go to McDonald's, the Big Mac meal is probably, you know, $5.50. But then they always add, for every state in America, they add some amount of tax, and it's zero something, 0.08, 0.07. So it makes it some odd number, like, you know, 573, you know, or something. That doesn't happen in Japan. All the VAT, the value-added tax, what a consumption tax is part of the price you see, which is actually a really nice thing in Japan. So a Big Mac meal, if it says the large set is 680 yen, you end up giving them 680 yen. You never have to whip out pennies, you know, 1 yens. You do, I mean, of course, at a grocery store, they do have things that are, you know, $1.63 or, you know, 89 cents or something. And when you add it all up, you do have to use these. The only other time I really ever use pennies and nickels, using the American nomenclature, is when I'm at the gas station. Because obviously, if I just say Montan regular, which means fill it up, you don't know how much it's going to end up being. Because, you know, gas is $1.54 a gallon, or 154 yen a liter, I should say. Actually, it's really expensive. Unless you just say Nisenbun, you know, you say, okay, I just want to give you 20 bucks, just fill it up 20 bucks worth. All right, 50 cents, 100 yen, which is $1, so they don't have paper dollars, and 500 yen, which is a big gold thing that says 500. Very nice, very heavy, bigger than every other coin. So very obviously the big daddy. So they don't have $5 bill, you know, either. The smallest bill is 1,000 yen, $10. That's going to do it for today. I want to finish it in 10 minutes so I can upload it from this computer, which has restrictions. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.